This is the 2026 Range Rover Evoque Dynamic SE, and it is a great subcompact luxury SUV. Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. We are here at Land Rover of Shreveport in the showroom because it's freezing cold outside. We're going to stay nice and warm here inside and tell you all the details that you want to know about this Evoque. If you want to know more, check out the link down in the description of the video. The exterior color is Santorini black. It has a cloud and ebony interior. And as we take a look here at the front end, you're going to have your classic look of a Range Rover. Maybe the smallest in the lineup and the entry-level model of the lineup, but you're still going to have that nice Range Rover logo right here. I like the gray finish on the letters. That's going to help quite a bit because it really stands out against this Santorini black exterior. Your classic look once again with the upper grille area right here and your Land Rover logo. And we're going to step back just a little bit. I'm going to show you what happens with the lights when we turn everything on. There's going to be some animation effect that takes place with your LED daytime running lights. Then we turn on the LED headlights. High and low beams are both going to be LED. And then, I don't have anything on right now, but we also will find our LED fog lights that are going to be here as well. And as we work our way up, we'll also see obviously your sensors. So you're going to have all of those great safety features that I know a lot of you are looking for. Here's your remote. No changes where that's concerned. But if you haven't seen it for 2026 or for the last few years, I should say, lock, unlock. You can open and close your power tailgate. You can push this button right here to turn your headlights on, kind of a locator light effect. That way after dark, if you're saying, where's my Evoque? You can push that button, the lights come on, and then you know where it is. This model will come all-wheel drive. And in this case, we're going to have the 18-inch wheels. They're going to have that gloss finish, as you can see, shows up nicely here in the showroom with a bit of an in-motion look with the way the wheel itself is designed. Now we're going to work our way up here to the side view mirrors. They're going to be heated, power adjustable. As you can see, they're also power folding, and you have the turn signal indicator built in. They're also going to have blind spot monitoring built in on both sides. And much like other models within the Range Rover lineup, we're going to have the deployable door handles. That's going to help out with aerodynamics. When you lock the vehicle, get into it, and put it in drive, those are the times when that's going to go in. Obviously, when you unlock, they're going to deploy back out like that. And as we work our way up to the roof line, we're going to find a panoramic sunroof. It does tilt and slide open, as you can see right here. You're going to have the windscreen up there to cut down on wind noise in the interior when you're driving with that open, if that's something you like to do. We work our way back a little further. We're going to find the body color shark fin antenna. And as we come back to the rear window, the rear roof spoiler is going to be right here. And a nice look back here with no rear window wiper exposed, but it is hidden away nicely, tucked away inside of the rear roof spoiler. And finally, with lighting here in the rear, it's also going to be LED, nice bright lighting. You can see what happens when I unlock the vehicle as far as that goes. Speaking of that, let's come down here. And you're going to notice that you don't have any exposed exhaust. It does offer for a nice clean look. Some people might say, where are my exhaust pipes? I like to see those. I'm curious to know if that's something you like to see or not. But it does offer for a clean look back here. Speaking of exhaust, let's talk about what is being exhausted as we talk about what's under the hood. There's only one engine option available for the Evoque. That's obviously what we're going to have here. That's the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that puts out 246 horsepower and 269 pounds-feet of torque. Made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission, 0 to 60 in about 6.5 seconds. Top speed is about 143 miles per hour. And being that that is not the biggest engine you're going to find, let's talk about our MPGs here. We're looking at 20 city, 27 highway, 22 combined, and 4.5 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. And your gas tank size, something you often don't get in these videos, it's 17.7 gallons. It does not have capless fuel fill. It has the fuel cap instead that you twist off and on. 350 miles on a single tank of gas in the city, 475 miles out on the highway. Now those numbers are not guaranteed. You might be a little bit above that, you might be a little bit below. It depends on a multitude of variables, but those are the potential numbers. And let's talk about your cargo space back here. You have 21.5 to 59 cubic feet if you lower the rear seats completely flat. There is a reasonable amount of space for a subcompact SUV like this. You can see the seats are folded down right there. Now we also have our cargo organizer right here if you want to use that. If it's optioned into your model, you can use this and put whatever you want to in there. Now, I am going to take this out for just a second because I want to show you one more thing back here that is very important, and that is going to be the presence of a spare tire. I'm not going to lift the floor all the way up, but you can see the spare tire is here. There are the tools to change a tire. And this cargo cover is easily removable if you want to take that out. That way you can take full advantage of the space that is back here. And you have your power tailgate right here that is going to open and close a few different ways. You can use the remote. There's a button on the tailgate itself. There's also a button right here to close it. If you want to do that, we'll close that and let you see it in action. And one more thing to show you about this rear cargo area is the presence of a 12-volt power outlet. And here we are in the back seat of the Evoque. Now, I may not have a ton of headspace, but there's still a lot of space back here. If you need more headspace, definitely sit in the front seat. You'll be a lot better off right there. We're going to have things such as the fold-down armrest with the cup holders built in. And then the things that I know a lot of people like to check off on their list of wants. Number one, we're going to have the rear air conditioning vents. And I know they're going to be really hard to see, so I'm just going to tell you that it's here. But you also have 2 USB ports. And there is also another 12-volt power outlet right here. And one last thing we can do before we hop out of the back seat is show you the panoramic sunroof from this area. The shade isn't open all the way, so this actually goes back further, so there is more glass right here. And then that front section that I told you about earlier that will tilt and slide open. And how about the door panel on these rear doors? There's a reasonable amount of space with the armrest. It has some padding built into it, so it's pretty comfortable. And then you're going to have your nice large door bin. It's actually a fairly large door bin for a subcompact, at least in my personal opinion. I like the design of what we have here with the color contrast. And then on the rear of the seats, we're going to find the seat pockets right here that can be used for additional storage. And how about the sticker price? $58,915. Let's see what else you get for that price. And we'll start over here with the glove box. Nothing out of the ordinary, but it's here, so I might as well show you a little bit of storage space in there and nice materials throughout, obviously. We will find some gloss black in a few different places. We're going to start with the passenger side door panel over there. You're going to have the nice large armrest and door bin. Obviously some controls over there, such as the control for your power window. And we'll work our way back across here to the upper console. Not a lot to talk about here, but you're going to have the ability to open and close your power sunroof right here. Here's where you're going to manage the power shade. I'm going to move this over here. We'll grab the camera and show you what's going on here on the driver's side. Basically the same setup with a few additional buttons. We've got lock and unlock right here. We can pick which mirror we are working with to control that right there. Window controls, and you can lock the windows right here when you get ready to do that. All of your steering wheel mounted controls are here. Everything for your heated steering wheel if you want to turn that on. Adaptive cruise control. We're also going to have everything over here that allows us to control what we see on the driver's display that is nice and modern looking, by the way. Shifter paddles on the back of the steering wheel that allow you to work your way back and forth through the 9-speed, let's get that right, 9-speed automatic transmission. To control your lighting on the exterior, everything is done here via the turn signal lever, as are your turn signal indicators when you turn those on. And then we'll find everything over here for our front and rear window wipers. Now, I'm going to hurry through this because we're going to have to start this thing in the showroom just to show you a little bit of what's going on here with the Pivi Pro infotainment screen. With the Pivi Pro infotainment screen, you're going to find everything you need here, including all of your different icons you may be looking for. We're going to have navigation, as you can see, all of our different cameras. We'll show you a little bit of what's there. Get that to come up real fast. Now you have the surround view depending on where you want to see. There's a few different ways you can do this. We can change to the rear view, the front view. You can take a couple of different options here depending on where you want to see. There's actually quite a bit. There's your off-road view, so you can see what's in front of you as far as that goes. You can also see where everything is turned with the front wheels right there. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, wireless connectivity for your cell phone. You have built-in navigation. All of that's going to be here. A very simple system to learn and use. Everything you need to know about what's going on with the vehicle as you're driving around. You also have the compass right there, and then we can work our way all the way over here. Now, one thing I do want to show you real quick is that the controls for your air conditioning are here in the screen. So if you were wondering about that, there it is. You do have your heated seats, and all that good stuff is going to be here. That's how you're going to control all of that. You do have power adjustable seats for the driver and the passenger, and lumbar support. That will be located on the side of the seats themselves. But just so you can see what's going on here, that's what we're going to have. Overall, I say it's not too complicated of a system to learn. Here's something you can come in. If you want to make some changes to what you have here, we can change a few things. We can go into audio right here. If we want to change what's going on there, if you want to adjust how the audio sounds, you can do that. We can come right back here. Let's get back to that screen real fast and then go back here to quick. You can go to screen off if you want to, auto theme, which that's going to allow for you to go to light or dark, and that actually shows up a little bit better on the screen itself. If you're looking for how to turn the auto stop start on and off, here's where that's going to be. And then we can come back out of here. As we work our way down, I know it's kind of hard to see, but you have your wireless charging pad down here. We're going to have the ability to conceal this area away. If we want to do that, give it a nice clean look. We're going to have our shifter. As far as that goes, you saw the USB port up there. Our cup holders are here, and we have the kind of a double action lid of sorts for the center console, and another USB port will be located right there. And there it is, the Range Rover Evoque Dynamic SE, a great luxury subcompact SUV. Tell me what you think about it, and if this is something you plan to buy, tell me how you plan to spec it out. I would like to say a special thanks to my friends at Land Rover of Shreveport for loaning us this Evoque for the day so we could tell you all about it. And a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give us the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That's always helpful. We appreciate you sharing the video and subscribing if you haven't done so already so you don't miss any future videos. And if you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out one of the videos that's on the screen right now, and we'll see you there.